Hey, Trashkin, Ras coming to you from the editing suite again. Again, I got a little too ambitious to finish Remnant and went a little too all out. So I had to split what was left in two and then do the intro for the second half. What can I say? So, ladies, gentlemen, esteemed non-binaries, Trashkin all. Good evening and welcome to Trash Tier Gaming. I'm your humble host, Rasa Trash Bear, part-time YouTuber, full-time Trash Bear, living embodiment of your mother's warnings that if you drop out of college and don't do well in high school, you'll end up working trash. And today we have the conclusion of our Remnant series. Now we're not getting every item, but we're getting dang near every item. This are the last few holdouts, Trashkin. Enjoy. Well, Trashkin, after striking the deal of a lifetime, the Warlord armor set is mine. I'll leave a little mystery there, but the Warlord's skull. So apparently, Dragon Hearts, instead of healing, boost damage and melee and grant lifesteal, which can be real powerful paired correctly with a healer in your group. Migir braved the harsh tundra for 7 days, determined to find food or die trying. When the Vargul towered over him, he looked up and declared, "You will be my prey this night." Though the Vargul was many times Migir's size, he did not cower. In place of armor, he wore speed. In place of fear, rage. And boots. A slow warrior is a dead warrior. Speed is strength. Strength is speed. I think that concludes everything we need from Rizm. I'm a little sad to go, because that means I gotta go back in the heckin' swamp and back to heckin' Yesha and a few other places that are not as stylish, and for as much as I hate crab crawling here, I've become fond of the place. Ah well. Alon Z, Trashkin. Trinkets to find. Lore to read. Oh, I spoke too soon, Trashkin. I still need the Juggernaut band. From Resum. I think it's the last of what we need from Resum, which is still a little sad. Well, back to rerolling, Trashkin. You know, Trashkin, I completely forgot to read the Ice Fruit. Clarity, focus, conviction. Resum slaughters any who lack these things. Yeah. Suppose it's good to know. I've just been doing a little upgrading, you know. Do something with this vast pile of scrap I have on me. Alright, back to reroll. Well, what do you know, Trashkin? We finally gained the 5-fingered ring. Which means that's the last I need to reroll Whirl Earth. At least if I'm doing my math correctly. Let's get a quick look before I peace out. Ah, yes. Increases unarmed melee damage by 50%, crit damage by 25%, and crit chance by 20. No matter how bad things get, ain't no problem can't be solved with 5 fingers to the face. Violence! Violence! The other half of the battle with knowledge! Alright, Trashkin. Back to it. Crashkin, there I am bopping along, and Mugir's test comes again, and I'm sitting there fiddling, and over to the left, this section right to the left there is probably the smallest starting section I've ever seen. Just thought I'd share that because it popped up, and I'm like, I don't see how that connects to any return. Is there just none? Or am I missing something? It does seem to be a return through. Alright, Trashkin, well, I'm gonna fiddle here. More to do. Alright, Trashkin, so after hauling out the sniper rifle for one more job, we have secured the Juggernaut band. I'm excited to read this one since it took me 3 bites at the apple. So there's one for alerting no totems, one for alerting all totems, and one for the mixed bag. Usually games aren't that accommodating to me. After sprinting for 2 seconds, incoming damage is reduced by 10%, speed increased by 15, stagger level is reduced by 1, and the wearer will perform the heaviest evade, so you're fat rolling. Slow roll. Once Hakun set himself in motion, he could not be stopped. Once the Emin set themselves against him, they would not be saved. Alright. I think that's everything we need from Resm. Alright, Trashkin. That'll do for this segment. Take a minute. Take this cave in. Really enjoy it because it's the last we're going to be seeing for some time. You know, I've seen worse environments. I did complain that this cave in particular, this setting is a little overused. I feel some customized settings for each would have been nice. I think there's like, let's see, there's Megiers, there's the Tomb of the Elders, there's the Mine, which uses the same set. Yeah, I feel like each of those could have used a few custom environmentals. I understand that costs time, though. Alright, Trashkin. Back in a bit. Okay, Trashkin, so I was doing a little light math, and I finally came up with an instance that has Leto's amulet in it. Now, between the earlier work, etc., etc., I had something like 35 rerolls. Now, for the insanity with math portion of this episode, without the world analyzer, there's a chance, however slight, I miss an instance with it. Now, so far this has been the hardest roll to get, because I swear, it took me 35 to see one instance with it. It's a feature that's not easy to miss, and even with me shaving it down to 15 to 20 minutes to find and clear out the sunken passage and the good old prelude to the meat grinder, shaving that down to like 20 minutes to get there and about 20 minutes to clear, 40 minutes, that's just shy of an hour for each dear glob, Trashkin. That's just way too much time to boil down into a couple of minutes to read some lore. So, yeah, I guess ultimately I'm really glad that even though it took me an hour or so of re-rolling Earth this time to get an instance with Leto's amulet. Oop, this the right place? Yeah. I am real glad I found the world analyzer and Razzmatazz built it. It's a good analyzer. Should probably put a link to it down in the descripto there in case you find yourself with a need. Some of you are going to go, no, and that's fine. I got nothing against that. But I'm playing to beat the clock at this point, Trashkin, so I needed to take some measures. Think that violates the spirit of the game? Fair enough. But I did want to finish this playthrough before the new game's out, which pre-order is opened up for, and I did go ahead and throw down about 60 theoretical units of work, because I'm on summer money, which is very nice, but comes at a horrible cost to my personal life. Alright, Trashkin. I'll tune back in when we find the thing. Oh, what do you know? Trashkin was right around the corner. So, if you come across an abrupt dead end like this, we've got a little bit of lore too. The last of the audio lore. Only the penitent man may pass. Alright, we're gonna Indiana Jones this. Hey! Alright, let's get that lore first.
Before the breakthrough, my research produced little of note. Small successes, you know, but nothing of real value compared to what came next. Not that needs mentioning, but if you must, adding the crystal to the equation was the turning point. Harnessing its incredible potential. Such hyperbole. It produced miraculous, quantifiable results. Some would call it magic. Those people are imbeciles. Even now, there's much analysis to be done. I continue this pursuit, and in doing so, will achieve further understanding and the eventual surpassing of root technology. I'm sure of it.
You know, I can't decide if Leto's dead or not right now. He was clever enough to move amongst the roots.
My research produced little of note. Small successes, you know, but
right enough to rig up.
Oh,
well, that's fascinating. So the wall actually projects forward. I guess they have a minimum size for that. Ooh. I might have helped myself to this free scrap. Well, let's get the goods on. Leto's amulet. Ah, there we are. Reduces armor encumbrance by 40% and stamina cost by 15%. Perfect for you dedicated heavy armor users that want to smack something with a stick. Or, you know, you dedicated shotgunners. Leto always wanted answers, wanted to understand what the hell was happening. They say his strength came from carrying all his questions on his back. Yeah, I'm kind of sad we can't see Leto in action, man. Like, he sounds interesting. Or Sildir. Alright. I'm, a little upset I'm gonna have to betray the elf to get everything. I guess the way my brain works around it is there's clearly the canon universe in which my decisions I chose happen, and then there's the non-canon universes in which the horrible shit happens. At least that's how I cope. I know it's a cope. It's like my main campaign decisions versus the to get loot decisions. Just kind of wish there were a few more options to not be a jerk. Perhaps start a rebellion on Corsus. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna see Corsus in the sequel, but I'm a little nervous to see what happened. I mean, we know the Guardian's down. We know that means bad things are about to happen. We know the Guardian has been long down for Rom, and that means bad thing happened. We know Yesha's not doing great. Alright, let's get on with it. And I believe with that last piece, we are on to Corsus rolls, are all we need. So, Trashkin, I'm gonna get after that. Okay, Trashkin, so in another case of Rasp isn't great at video games. So remember these sacks? Yeah, turns out you shoot the rope, then they drop, otherwise they just explode topside. That's how you use those. Just took me until I was through the game to figure it out. Go figure. But I'd share that since I finally worked it out. So yeah, you shoot the center rope, and they go boom. Alright, Trashkin, back to it. Alright, Trashkin, we're not doing the betrayal this time because, we can't.
Back, abomination! I want none of this!
I'm just here to do some commerce this time.
Wait. Never seen your kind before. Another.
Again, I think we should have just taken the elf back to our world.
Oh, Sesnia, my king be devoured. Many of us. So for now, it is comforting. May the Iskal. If you have supply, it would please me. I also. I have nourishment if you.
Ah, there we are. Grim Coil. Forgot to buy that last time. I may as well up my stock of beetle extract. Good for resistance fighters.
Do not idle here.
Gotcha. You might be asking Ras, why would you do the ring separately? To which I would say, because I was embarrassed I missed it the first time. I was mostly just delighted to have someone to talk to that wasn't trying to murder me besides the Iskal Queen out here. Let's see. Ah, Grim Coil. Once the Vex Worm takes hold, it seeks more and more blood, and it can never be sated. Let's see, reloading a weapon after dealing at least 40% of the base damage from a single magazine increases damage by 7% for 20 seconds, stacks 3 times. Which is great if you're using something like, say, the sniper rifle, which, you know, only holds 1 shot. So as long as you connect, there's your stack. Well, we got some more exploring to do, Trashkin. Alright, Trashkin. So, as it turns out, there is a way to solo this. But you need the blink token from over on Yesha to pull it off. As you can see, I've been hard at work already. So the trick goes like this. Line yourself up with the door. Charge the token. You see that charge energy disappear? Mash use, and if you're lucky... the door disappears. Bingo. Heart of Darkness is ours. Of course, we got more to get. Heart of Darkness. Increases ranged and melee damage dealt by 20%. Increases damage received by 50% for 30 seconds after using a Dragon Heart. The Vex Worm empowers its host, but only in so much as its current host can be used to find new ones. Nothing grim about that. Well, Trashkin, I'm going to keep at it and tune you back in when we acquire the rest. Oh, I mentioned glitches. So it's possible to save your character state, reload your world save, and abuse this little gimmick for simulacrum, golden fragments, luminite crystals, and etc., etc. This said, I'm not a huge fan of that because I'm fine with just picking up a slight gain. Alright. Spam the use key, and there we go. Alright, one more. Alright! Oh, and a simulacrum for our troubles. Shame there's no notes here. Ooh, 2 simulacrum. Oh. Oh boy. Trashkin, this would have made life a lot simpler if I knew this before I headed in. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Let's see what the hero's ring tells us. Letters. Oh boy, I spammed myself good, Trashkin. Ah, here's ring. Gonna be hearing that for a while. Increases movement speed by 25% while sprinting towards a wounded teammate. Revive speed is increased 100%, and the wearer cannot be staggered while reviving. Nice. Only a remnant of us are left now. We gotta save who we can when we can. Well, that's a lovely sentiment. Ah, and fortification for finishing the to-do. Let's see. Reduces damage while reviving. Acquired by collecting the hero's ring at the fetid pools. One who challenges you challenges us all. That's great. Let's see. We'll just dump those sundry points into footwork. No, I also learned my air in facing off with the queen there. My mistake, my grievous error in facing off the queen was not bopping her nose first, then dropping the stalagmite. Go figure. Who knew? I just didn't work it out for myself. They get to the drips, you let her have it, then you let her have it. That's all I needed to do, Trashkin. I was making life very hard on myself. On the other hand, I'm grateful to have the alt kill and only have to do a single segment of that fight. Well, I'm gonna do some fiddling, Trashkin. I'll be right back. Alright, Trashkin. We pulled one of the last we need. The Iskal Hunter's Band. There we are. Reduces spread by 40%. Great for you up-close, high-accuracy shotgun types. In the Iskal, you'll be free from distraction and find focus in the infinite. Alright, we just got one more red beetle to hunt. And hope we pull the queen and the graveyard elf. Up. Crap! Back in a minute, Trashkin. Okay, Trashkin, I done goofed and lost some more footage. Unfortunately, it was of me doing the horrible betrayal to the grave elf, but we have the Ring of the Unclean and the potency trait to show for it, even though I kind of hate that decision. The Ishkal's purpose is to consume, but even the Vex Worm knows the value of savoring a meal. And let's see, our next to do was the Ring of the Unclean. They have so many freaking rings. Unarmed attacks deal double damage. Heavy flops deal quadruple. Technology is the crutch of the dying. Nature has given us every strength we need if we will but hone them. And I passed up fighting the Iskal Queen right about then. We're gonna roll our way through the campaign again real quick to make that the cap to this. So now all that's left to do, Trashkin, is find another red beetle in Corsus. So I'm gonna keep rolling until that happens, Trashkin. Alright, see you in a bit. Welcome back, Trashkin. For me, it's about a week later, a new desk, getting my PC off the rickety end table it was sitting on, and set up proper. The new setup's working out, though she's happening piecemeal, because you know how it is. Like, you acquire clutter and setup, and then you move it, then your brain doesn't like the new setup for a minute, then like a week goes by and you're good. But long story short, we got the final amulet, the amulet of Epicuracy, which I assume is a play on Epicurean? Let's see, increases mod power generation by 15 when attacking an enemy with an active status effect. Mod power generation is increased by an additional 30%. The Vex Worm exists to consume, and it slobbers at the weakness of prey. Well, you could have said drool, but I get you're going for a thing there. Well, Trashkin, that only leaves Riven and the Seeker, and like I said, we need to replay for that. Ooh. Let's go ahead and dump those sundry trade points. Weirdly enough, we hit 624 We're nowhere near maxed out because we still have Cold as Ice as a trait, Revivalist, and Will to Live left. But them's co-op traits, and well, I hate to pull anybody in that didn't care to. Any Hoozle Trashkin? All we got left is to put down the queen, to fork over that guardian heart to the king. See you when there's something to report, Trashkin. Oh, one little side note before we get into the last to do. I did manage to scrape together enough glowing fragments to, why was I thinking glowing shards? To pick up the adventurer goggles, and since I had some spare simulacrum lying around. Let's see. Increases chance to get iron materials from destroying breakables. Increases the amount of scrap picked up by 20%. Don't ever stop searching, kid. There's bound to be an end to this horror somewhere. Helpful. Let's see. There's something familiar about this. Feels out of place, but right at home at the same time. Eh? And the adventurers, run hard, run fast, fight them to your last breath. Which I think means we completed every armor in the game, other than, you know, optional cover or optional skins. I mean, I'm a long way from the. I really like Whispers. I'm a long way from paying them anything, though. What's up, Whispers? Let's see. Oh, hey, I got this rifle skin. Oh, hey, I got enough for the Widowmaker Shroud. Why not? Didn't think I had anything to do with those 10 spare, but may as well. Okay, Trashkin. Now, full disclosure, I've been pre-gaming a little bit and zipped on through to ROM to get things jump-started. We'll tune in with the highlights as I go. I'm gonna do that after shift because it's morning right now. So I'll be back with you in just a minute, Trashkin. Okay, Trashkin, we just rewound the game to ROM, and there's about an hour or so of hour and a half or so that you're not seeing because yeah, I just sped run that. Pop the key in and go make a deal with the Undying King. Nice to be back. Sort of forget the humbling size of this. We ain't waiting for the doors. We ain't got time for that, Trashkin. We got a game to finish. Eh, we won't be needing that. We're not going to be starting a tussle this time. Skip.
A pity, really. For example, child, I have spent an age in it. I have seen the patterns. Your home has been overrun. We hold that in common. You require salvation. This key will not take you where you want. It knows your salvation. I should warn you, the key is not safe. Regardless, there is a world. These inhabitants bring me. And
Okay.
so, enter this portal with conviction, child.
And now we go right ahead and speed run courses. Gotta do some swamp work. Oh, they did it to me again. Keep swapping out for pistol. Okay, that is the one glaring thing in this game, that they hand you a pistol for that fight. I don't know why, It's the only fight that does that. Gunfire games. I know you're real busy, but would you do something about that one, or is that intentional? Just be nice to know, my dudes. All right, we check the checkpoint, and I go to work. See you in a minute, Trashkin. Well, what do you know, Trashkin? A simulacra, right off the path.
Who's next?
Whoop. And why not?
Stay down!
If that tunneler ever gets here. Well, that took longer than expected, but that's fine. And a sweet, sweet bit of simulacrum for our troubles. Well, onward. And our first stop on the course's return tour is, of course, saying hey to our good buddy, the unclean one. Fortunately, we have this down to a science. Stroll in and burn the place down. Sadly, I can't skip boss scenes, but hey. Yep, it's there making some bone marrow hamburger. Yeah, good to see you too, buddy. Yeah, this fight goes a lot faster with some prior knowledge. There we go. As it turns out, 2 turrets and incendiary rounds solve an awful lot of problems, Trashkin. Well, back to it. Well, we just make a quick jog for the village, Trashkin, and get after Ixalis. So pleasant this time of year. Oops. Been a while since I've been nabbed. Yeah. So dense a population base, really.
Down!
Oh, that. I don't need a parasite. Thank you. Alright. Well, back to it, Trashkin. And of course, we stop up to say hey to the Iskal Queen. And to tell her to stuff it.
Greetings outside. Tell us, where do you hail? I'm sure it is. The Iskal welcomes you, outsider. Our world courses. I don't doubt it. The Iskal is lush and wealthy. None can match our price. Return often, Gleamer.
Oh, right. And, yeah, that don't start a fight. So, back to it, Trashkin. More exploring, more swamp. And of course, what's a round of Remnant without going into the dink dark caves? See what we draw. Should be the mid-boss. Wonder who I'm fighting this time. Ooh, Drowned Trench. You know what that means. It's our plus-size friend. And of course, we say hello to our old friend. Our wade-making pal. The Creeper. I think? It's a Creeper, right? You got my Creep. You know, buddy, I gotta love you. I don't even remember what mods you drop. Ah, here we go. Oh, Kinker. That's all worked out. And there we go. That's one more boss down on our way there. Which, I'm just realizing, Trashkin, means I need to repeat the fight against Ixalis. And I really don't want to fight Ixalis. I said you couldn't make me do it again, Trashkin, but I was wrong. I'm gonna have to do it again. And I kinda hate that. Alright, see you there, Trashkin. And we're in luck, Trashkin. The first place I check right after. Well, let's snake this checkpoint. Stock up. And burn down the Ixali. I will, of course, pick up my complimentary 2 ammo cans, because why not? We're gonna get right after it. First thing to do, drop 2 turrets. Then dump a flag mag into B. Ah, Ixalis, my old foe. How you doing? How's the wisp farming going, buddy? You been good? Hope you have, because I still hate you. We got you burning, and we need you burning. Well, this is going smoother than the last dozen times. Oh. Spoke too soon, Trashkin. Spoke much too soon. Though that did go relatively smoothly. Not according to plan. We got every buff in the game on me. Pretty sure. Yeah, Ice Root, Mudtooth. Both Mudtooths, Golden Plum, etc., etc. I mean, the nice thing is with potency and the boon from my horrible betrayal, they all last longer now, but... We'll race down 1. There we go. We good? Drop another turret. Fully healed. Woo! Space just right. There we go, Trashkin. 1 Guardian Heart for the Pyre. we'll go ahead and dump that into wisdom. Did I read the Guardian Heart last time? I don't remember. Ah, yes, Guardian Heart. It beats and drifts with power, a power that was never tested against the root before it fell. How long now until... Yeah, we read that one. Like to be sure, Trashkin, like to be sure. There's a lot of lore to read, and I've only read some of it. Not all of it, just most of it. Well, I guess that means we pop on over to the Undying King and fork over the goods now. Alright, let's cough up the goods and get that last melee weapon, Riven. Which, if I remember right, has lifesteal?
Have you the heart?
Yep, here you go.
Astounding. I am uncomfortably in your debt. I will rectify that. But first, the Ikari were not wrong, you know. You, oh traveler, have ushered in the age of reconstruction. Long have I waited for this moment, for the chance to renew this world under my strong guiding hand. Long have you slept and sustained me. Though all others have forgotten, I have not. On this day, I deliver you. And together, may we forge a new and greater civilization.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I do kind of hope it works out for old UK.
A new era has begun. You have done well, child, and my debt to you will be repaid. As you have saved my world, so may you save your own. Or at least, may you die bravely.
See, that right there is what kind of made me regret my choice to face off with the Undying King. Because on the one hand, he did burn his world to ash. But I was trying to save it. Now let's see here. Riven. A harvesting tool made with a wicked curved blade. It's an extremely quick, wide swinging weapon that sacrifices damage for speed. Charge attacks hit multiple times and shred everything in its path. King Aslan co-opted a variety of technologies to prolong his life. Living circuits, biomechanical organs, nanoflesh. It only makes sense to weaponize them. Melee. Melee hits deal 4% of the base damage dealt as health. Well, that's the final weapon. We only got one more thing to do, Trashkin. That's fight the Iskal Queen. Get that secret mod for the alt kill that I couldn't figure out how to do, Trashkin. Maybe I get it right this time. Maybe I fall on my face. Who knows? And we'll pop on over to the Iskal Queen. Hopefully, she fights us. I've never done this in the campaign before. Alright. Allons-y, Trashkin. Allons-y. Hey, Queen, I forgot to...
Will you give us... We are sorry. Return often, Gleamer.
Huh?
Greetings at... What intrigue? We will be watching.
Yeah. What?
Greetings
The
again.
fight?
You can ask us anything.
Heck.
There are no... You may think of... We are... It...
I'll pick up some divine nectar while I'm here. 15 should keep us afloat for a good long while.
May the Iskal watch over you. Greetings again. We adore. The Iskal. We have no... We are emboldened by our shared and intriguing... The door...
Okay.
Allow it to... Until all... Oh, it is... We are elate... May the Iskal watch over you.
Huh. No scrap. Guess that was part of the courses DLC. I guess that means I got some hunting to do, Trashkin. See you in a bit. Now, Trashkin, this has been a major setback. If I hadn't already been hunting the last items over in Corsus, and still had that world file.
Back, abomination! I want none of this!
Alright, let's consult the good old map. See what do. Recall correctly, there is an instance of the Iskal Queen up here. I just didn't need it. So, I'll be right back with you, Trashkin. Alright, another quick trip for the swamp, and if I made my guess correctly, Trashkin, we should be in business. The last chunk in the base game. The last thing not available exclusively to co-op. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I should really take that. I'm going to need the mod power. Last time we managed to get the job done after an hour. Hopefully I can get it done in a little less time than that, Trashkin. I really don't want to make it one item special, but... Sup, Queenie?
Oh dear Glima. Only Iskal. But we have... Except... Tread carefully. What a shame. Your journey must end here.
Ah, there we go. Alright, Queenie, let's dance. Oh, right, I forgot about you. Second wave.
How dare you!
Ah, there's the secret bit. Enjoy that burning, by the way. Oh. I picked the wrong time to burn. Nope. Oops. One missed roll. I knew this was going to take me a couple of tries, Trashkin. I knew. I'm going to stick with the rifle. We're going to stick with flames. We're going to drop the turrets early. We'll get after it.
You are not worthy of Iskal.
Says you. Not gonna worry about second half, because second half should end near instantly. Alright, hopefully we got it right this time. Yeah! That's it, Trashkin. That's it. That's the last item. We're done item hunting. For the base game. Obviously, I'm not doing hardcore mode. There's no way I'm getting that done before the next game's out. We'll maybe do that on an anniversary. Trait points in the Iskal Horn. Boy howdy, I'm happy with that. We will burn 4 points in wisdom. We're gonna go over to Riggs and McCabe for the last time. Alright, Iskal Horn. I'm so happy. I forgot to read the to-do. Okay. Which can be acquired by killing her with a stalactite. I got it right! Or the game devs are also wrong. Those of you that wander in from Glorgana's side of things are probably rolling your eyes. It can be used to forge a powerful new weapon mod. This husk is still warm, vibrating in tune with the blood pulsing in your veins. That's often. Well, back to good old Ward 13. Alright, return to Ward 13.
I'm not in the mood for chat.
I brought materials,
What?
McCabe, I swear.
Fine, let's have a look.
There we
Yeah,
are.
good.
The Seeker.
Now go.
Ah yes. Summons a beetle that rush towards enemies and explode, dealing 612 corrosive damage within 4 meters. Lasts 36 seconds. Max of free. So, yeah, if you need something to soften up an armored enemy, this is perfect. Alas, Trashkin, we have no more need of such. We've crawled from one end of the game to the other. We've fought every boss there is. We've gained every item there is. We've had every alt kill there is. The only thing we haven't gained is doing a betrayal to a fellow player, and... well, Trashkin, we just don't have that kind of time. What a wild trip it's been. 41 hours recorded, a little more than. I've got close to 200 hours in game, I think. Between this, my first playthrough on PS4, my fiddling with a solo playthrough, doing the Swamps of Courses the first time, and this. And I gotta say, it's a very robust game. The only major complaint I have really is being force equipped the repeating pistol during the Undying King fight the first time, which, you know, it's a minor thing, but like that's the only one that jumps out and glares at me. It's well put together. They do a good job of encouraging and rewarding exploration with, you know, equipment and lore and mods and XP. Like, it feels very well rounded. I really look forward to playing through Remnant 2 as a handler and seeing what that goes like. If you haven't thought about giving it a try for yourself, please do. They're going to be running some decent sales. It came up on the Epic Store as one of the monthly freebies. It might come up again if you pay attention to those things. I recommend the Steam side. It's a little... The crossplay wasn't great for the first couple of months, Trashkin. They've sorted that out, so go with the platform you care to. It's a part of the Humble Choice bundle this month, which, if you want some games and to help out some charities, it's a great way to build out your library if you're a little light on cash. I am on the expensive version of the plan, which means I think 8 games a month for 12 months, because I wanted everything. The downside is I get a lot of spare keys that I need to give away, or they pop into the nether. So, that's going to do it for Remnant from the Ashes. We might be back someday to do the hardcore mode and sweep up those few bits of missing lore that we don't have on us. Hardcore mode, each of the world bosses drop an additional item. Available only in hardcore mode. And there is one unique item hidden behind the high five emote you earn by dropping the Dreamer and Nightmare in hardcore to another player. The Band of the Accord. I'd certainly love to get hold of that. But until we get there, I'm going to be taking a break from this because, you know, I've played more than 40 hours of this game over the course of months. I need a little absence so my heart can grow fond of it. So Trashkin, thank you for coming out. Thanks for dealing with this extra long episode. I really appreciate that. I know I let it run real long. That's it. That's all for a while. Until Remnant 2. Thanks for coming along. I appreciate especially all of you that have been here from the start of the run. I know this isn't my most popular series, but I really enjoy this game. And I know item hunts are a little dull and a little boring, but I really like reading lore, Trashkin. This was for me. I know it wasn't my best work, but here we are at the end, and I've got that nice big endorphin hit at the end of a game again. I tell you, Trashkin, if you could bottle that stuff. So, as per usual, likes, subscriptions, and comments are the life's blood of the trash fire. It keeps it burning brightly so we may attract additional Trashkin, other nocturnal folks, some diurnal folks, some daytime folks. I don't know how the daytime Trashkin keep finding us, they just do. I guess they look for the remains of the trash fire and the snacks. So, if you haven't already, have a good stretch by the trash fire. Say your good nights to your fellow Trashkin. Don't forget to return your chair if you borrowed it, or pack it up to take on home. Don't forget to help yourself to a snack and a drink on your way out the door. There's still plenty, and I'm not fond of leftovers, Trashkin. Okay, I lie. I'm fond of leftovers, just not leftover party goods. You know how it goes, like, we've all had a handful of stale popcorn from the night before, and first thing in the morning, it's awesome. Remember to take your time getting home. I don't want you pulling anything. It's still a little chilly this evening. Easy to pull something. I've been your humble host, Rasper Trash Bear, living embodiment of your mother's warning that if you drop out of college, you'll wind up working trash. And until next time on Trash Tier Gaming, thank you all for keeping a chill environment around the trash fire. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Please take care of yourselves. Good night, and I will see you all in the next one.